the University of the People actually worth it in 2026? Today, we are breaking down the exact numbers, the recent accreditation updates, and the daily reality of their academic model. By the end of this video, you will know exactly whether this path makes sense for your career, and more importantly, exactly which types of students should absolutely not apply. Before we get into the data, let me know in the comments, are you actively planning to enroll at UoPeople, or are you just exploring your higher education options right now? The core tension with UoPeople always comes down to a single question. If a university doesn't charge tuition, can employers actually take the degree seriously? Traditional universities have always relied on physical campuses, highly selective admissions, and steep tuition fees to maintain their prestige and gatekeep the job market. UoPeople strips away those barriers, allowing you to avoid six-figure student loans. But in exchange, you forfeit the traditional campus network, face-to-face mentorship, and in-person resources, committing yourself to a highly isolated, self-reliant academic path. In February 2025, the calculation for that trade-off shifted. UoPeople officially achieved initial accreditation from the WASC Senior College and University Commission, moving it squarely into the tier of regional accreditation. This flowchart illustrates exactly how that impacts your job hunt. Most corporate HR screening software automatically filters out unaccredited degrees. Regional accreditation satisfies that specific requirement, greenlighting your resume to pass through the initial automated screening and land on a recruiter's desk. We have to look at where this resume actually goes next. For standard tech, business, or operational roles, the degree checks the box. If you are targeting high finance or elite consulting firms that hire based strictly on university brand prestige, this degree will fail to impress. Take a second and ask yourself, if you were the hiring manager reading two identical resumes, would you hesitate to hire the candidate whose degree was completed entirely online? The data shows that the WSCUC accreditation removes the stigma of an internet certificate. It turns the UoPeople degree into a highly efficient tool to check the required HR box for mid-level careers, provided you aren't expecting it to compete with Ivy League name recognition. We need to define exactly what tuition-free means here. You will pay a $60 application fee, followed by a flat assessment fee at the end of every single course you take. It costs money, just not tuition. Looking at this bar chart, we can clearly see the cost comparison. The flat fees at UoPeople cap out right around $4,000 for a full bachelor's degree, while the traditional brick-and-mortar university average towers well into the six figures. There is zero financial handholding in this model. If you fail a class or if you miss an administrative deadline, you have to pay that course fee again to retake it. If you want to keep your career skills sharp while managing these costs, you can use our link in the description to grab an Audible 30-day free trial and listen to some top-tier career development audiobooks. The cost structure is incredibly transparent and allows you to graduate debt-free. But that affordable price tag only remains intact if you navigate their systems flawlessly without making any administrative errors. To keep those costs low, the university relies heavily on anonymous peer assessment for grading assignments. Students consistently report severe issues with the system. You will frequently find your hard work being graded by peers who use AI chatbots to generate lazy feedback, or by students whose extreme language barriers lead to completely unfair point deductions. This creates a relentless cycle of emailing professors with detailed evidence to defend and correct the grades given by your own classmates. Add to that the fact that there are no live lectures. You are required to read upwards of 300 pages a week and teach the entire syllabus to yourself. You aren't paying with your wallet. You are paying with the extreme self-discipline and psychological endurance required to survive an isolating and frustrating academic environment. If you are finding this honest breakdown helpful, please hit the like button so this data reaches other students trying to make the right choice. Strategic students bypass the worst parts of the peer grading system entirely. They take ACE-approved transfer courses on platforms like UoP Study and port those credits directly into their UoP degree plan. This horizontal timeline chart illustrates the speed advantage. By swapping out standard term blocks for accelerated transfer blocks, students can shave 6 to 12 months off the total time it takes to graduate. The risk here falls entirely on your planning. If you guess wrong and take a class that doesn't perfectly match the required syllabus, you waste months of effort and completely erase your speed advantage. Moving fast requires intense, upfront syllabus mapping. Without a strict plan, the affordable option quickly turns into an expensive, leaky bucket of wasted time. Data consistently shows a massive salary gap between high school graduates and those holding a bachelor's degree. UoPeople offers the cheapest possible bridge across that specific gap. This quadrant chart maps institutional support against flexibility. UoPeople sits in the bottom right corner, high flexibility but low support. Traditional learners needing mentorship will fail here, but highly disciplined individuals seeking a promotion with zero debt are a perfect match. The program is a highly effective, pragmatic career utility for the disciplined adult. For anyone seeking a traditional, guided university experience, it is a complete disaster. Here is the final scorecard. For cost and flexibility, A+. For prestige, a C. And for administrative support, a D. You are actively choosing to trade crushing financial debt for the heavy psychological burden of completely teaching yourself. If you want an affordable degree but want a physical campus, make sure you are subscribed. Tomorrow, we are breaking down exactly how to secure fully funded scholarships to study for free in Germany. The ultimate value of a UoPeople degree does not come from the name on the diploma. It depends entirely on what you are willing to endure to earn it.